Hello to all of you beautiful people. Thank you so much for joining me. Today I wanted to show you the very minimal things that I have hit pan on, and also begin my 22 in 2022 project. Project pan-ish sometimes, or some of them are to finish, some of them are just goals, so on and so forth. We'll get into that. So I try not to mix any of my deck of panning items in with this project, so I'm not overlapping or double dipping. And I do not believe, nope, I didn't use any of them in this 22 in 2022. But I did use all 5 of the shades in my Pan Those Eyeshadows. So if you would be so kind as to go check out my Deck of Panning series and Pan Those Eyeshadows series. Those are 2 new series that I just started this year, along with this one that I am starting now. I will also try to insert short clips or pictures, weights, stuff like that as I go, so you can hopefully see or be able to tell better. And then there also could be updates or progress on Instagram, so if you are on Instagram, you could go check my account out. It is the same as YouTube, Living Royal Makeup with the underscores. And in my Pan Those Eyeshadows, I linked my spreadsheets with one with all my palettes on and the other with all my pans that I have, and it's a ridiculous amount. So if you'd like to know, you can go and check that out. Whew. Lastly, I am on a low buy, so I know there's a few new people trickling in all the time, so my low buy is that I can buy 1 item a month. No specific category or anything. At first I was going to do not eyeshadow because I have, or foundation, because I have, well, let's just be real, I have so much of all of it, okay? But since eyeshadow is like one of my favorites, I'm not going to limit myself, and since I can only get 1 a month, so last month I got the Ninhydrin palette to go with my Plain Jane palette. That video is also up, and I will link it below. My item this month is going to be done already because I'm going to order the new palette from Odin's Eye and Angelica Nyqvist, and I can't wait. So stay tuned for that. So we're going to get started. I'm going to show you first what I have pan in, which is very minimal from my collection. So one of my oldest palettes, Modern Renaissance. And minus the dog here. You can see that I have pans in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to do what I can with this palette this year. And then it'll probably be decluttered. Just because it is one of my oldest palettes, and I mean, I've gotten some good use out of it. I know it's not much for some people, but I just have so many other good palettes also that I want to use, so there's that. One of my favorite palettes, and the one that I used to use on repeat while all my other ones sat there, is the good old Sultry palette. So it's kind of hard for me to see that, so I'm always looking. And I do have 1, 2, 3, 4 pans in here. The brown one is really, really small, but 2 up here and 2 on the bottom. And then if you see my pan or Becca panning project, one of these is also in there, so hopefully I'll be hitting pan on that. And then the last thing that I have pan on in my collection is this highlighter. I do not buy anything from Jeffree Star anymore, although I absolutely loved the products when I did, and I still do. And this is a huge pan. This is the highlighter in Ice Cold. So I've been having to get myself to go to like warmer highlights, because as you can see, I love a lot of highlighter, and I like always reach for this one, and I don't know why. Besides one of the newer palettes that I got. Oh, one more thing is my e.l.f. Putty Bronzer, or Putty Primer, and it looks like this. I also have this in one of those projects, so you can check that out. Now let's get into this 22 in 2022. First up is this Too Faced Natural Face Palette. First of all, I've had it for quite a while. Second of all, it has been pretty loved. See, especially this, kind of this. This blush is really, really pigmented, so it's been used a lot, but yeah, see, the pattern is like worn off of those. Kind of the blush, and definitely that bronzer. I'm working on that one, but that one has a little bit of like shimmerness to it. So my goal for this in this year is to hit as many pans as I can, because although it still smells good and performs well, it is an older face palette in my collection, and again, I have so many good ones that I could be using. Next up is a cult classic, Hollywood Flawless Filter. This has been upright and you can't see any windowing or anything, despite I've used it. I mean, it's not like half gone, but I've used it a significant amount. My goal is, though, to finish it this year, no matter how much I have in there, or as much as I can, because another year with this and it's probably not going to be any good anymore. So, and I have a bazillion primers that I could be using. Third one. This isn't something that I want to use up necessarily. It's just to keep me on track to make sure that I use it, period. And that is the Super Goop Glow Screen. And especially with, hopefully, or seemingly, winter kind of coming close to the end, or the sun shining more at least. I know wearing it all year round, but then I really need to make sure for sure that I'm putting this on every single day. The only problem I have is that I have so many other good primers in skincare, and I don't like to layer too many things on my skin because I don't have enough time to sit and wait, and then I end up having pilling or something happening. I'm getting used to it, or the hang of it though, with certain products, so we'll get there. The fourth item is this Milani Conceal and Perfect Foundation. You can see clearly that it is about half gone, maybe a little more than half. So I'll keep marking the bottle, and my goal is to finish that this year. I enjoy it. It's just in 2021, I was on like a skin tint and foundation craze. So I have so many good ones to use. So it's going to be a challenge to use up anything old because I want to use my new ones. I've been kind of doing some mixing so that I can use like two and still get use out of both sides, so to speak. The sixth item is, this kind of seems like a gimme item, but it's not because I had to work to get this far, obviously. It's an older one in my collection and it's not necessarily my favorite, so I'm gonna have to make myself use it, but it's not much. ColourPop. Come on. No filter concealer. It's marked. I have a little more than a quarter of it to go. My goal is to finish that. The next item, the seventh item, is this Dominique Cosmetics lip gloss. It has a little bit of use, but not much. I've just had it for quite a while, and it's not my favorite, but I don't dislike it either. My goal is to finish it up. Finish it this year. The eighth item is, gotta shake it, this Madison Beer Lockdown Setting Spray. You can see that I've used not quite half, but a significant amount minus those bubbles, because you gotta shake the shimmer up. It's not that I don't like this, it's just I have, again, a ton of setting sprays. Like this bottom shelf right here is all primers. The top one above the palette is all setting sprays, and then those are just like current different palettes and stuff. But so I really do actually like this, not for longevity though. I mean, it will for a little bit, but I do like this for a glow. So sometimes, again, like foundation, I'll mix it like with the All Nighter or MAC Fix Plus or something, and I like the sprayer on it as a side note. The ninth product is this Maybelline, I put my camera the other way and now I keep going over there. Maybelline Fit Me Loose Powder. You can see that I was marking it. So I have like between a quarter and a half standing up to go. My goal is to finish it. The 10th item is this Tower 28 Cream Blush. Looks like that. I mean, I've had it for a while considering it's a cream, but not that long, and it's already, it was like kind of going bad, but the last time I used it, I just warmed it up really well, and then it seemed to work just fine. My goal is to at least hit pan in this. Ultimately, I would like to use as much as I can, but when I have so many others and that beautiful Patrick Ta blush palette, it's going to be hard for me to keep reaching for this over and over, but we will see how I can do. The 11th item is this Makeup Revolution Cream Contour palette. I tried to clean it. It was a complete mess. It's been used a lot. I don't know if you're going to be able to tell, but my goal is to finish this palette. Maybe not this yellow shade, but again, I get around to using it by mixing it with the others. So let's see if I can. It's hard to tell. The 12th item is this Marc Jacobs Omega Bronzer in 104 Tantastic. Come on. It's white and big, so it doesn't want to. So my only goal for this is just to hit pan. You can see that, maybe if it would focus. in the middle, I've kind of wore away the pattern. So I just want to hit pan because this is a huge bronzer and it was not the cheapest bronzer. The next one, this is the 13th product, is this P. Louise base. You can see a tiny window in there. So I really do like this for mostly for colorful eyeshadow. And I want to try to finish one of these. So I have this in 0. I have another one in 0. And then I think I have a pink and a purple, I think. So I want to try to finish one of these. The thing is that I usually use my concealer, whatever concealer I'm using, I use on my eye just because it's one less step, one less product. But, you know, I got these in some of the brushes, and then I should probably use it. The 14th item is, here it is, this Wander Beauty Glow Ahead Illuminating Face Primer. You can see that I've used quite a bit. I really like it. It's moisturizing. It's got niacinamide in it. It's just, I have some progress, so I won't feel completely defeated. I like it, so I will use it, you know, sometimes. And I need to start dwindling down some of my primers so that I can get use out of all of them. So use this up. The 15th item is, I couldn't decide which one. So I showed you the highlighter I have pan in. And these are, first of all, Becca Champagne Pop. It's a cult classic. They're warm highlighters though. And I have very minimal use. There is some, but not as much as there should be. So it's between this one and Ofra Rodeo Drive, which you can also see it's only been a few times that I've used. When I used to just collect all this makeup. One of the two, I'm thinking Becca because Becca no longer technically exists except for with Smashbox, so I'll probably choose this one. I was undecided, so, but I just want to hit pan. Any kind of pan, because that's going to be a hard one. That's going to be like in it for the long run, okay? The 16th is this Kosas Airbrow. There we go. There's a little bit of windowing at the top, so I think it'll start showing soon because I do use this pretty much every time that I do my makeup. I like it. There's nothing wrong with it. I just want to make sure that I'm steady using it. Because, I mean, it's quite of a lot when you don't have, like, huge brows, you know. The 17th item is this wonderful Pixie Glow tonic with my name on it that I was gifted by Pixie. I want to use this, so I have a little spray bottle in my, can't see it, up over here, behind there, in my mini fridge. So I just fill that up and then keep it in my mini fridge and then spray it on my face. The reason this is in is because I have multiples of these and I use some out of one, some out of the other, and then I have a couple that aren't open. So I just want to use up one of them. But I will keep this bottle with my name on it, just as a heads up. The 18th item is this Hemp's lotion. I absolutely love this. I love most of them, the different scents that there are. And you can see it's like half gone. It's just, I've had it for a while and to keep me on track for using it. I will repurchase it, so It's not that big of a deal. It's just I wanted, you know, to keep things in other categories besides just makeup to keep me on track. The, what number are we? 19th item is the Ordinary Squalene, and whatever you want to say. You can see that it's a little bit gone. This is a pretty new bottle. I want to finish it just to keep me on track with this one too. There's nothing wrong with it. This is actually kind of new, and I will continue to repurchase that along with the marula oil. The number 20 is this Summer Fridays Jet Lag Mask. You can see that I have used a good amount. I really like it. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just I've had it for a while because, again, I have so many other face products or masks, creams, moisturizers, whatever you want to say. And I've had this for a while. And with how much it is and how much I like it, I want to make sure that I use it up to the full potential. So, finish this year. Number 21, right? Yep. 20, no. I missed one somewhere. Yeah, we would only be on number 20 because I missed one. Which it would have been this concealer. Maybelline Age Rewind. You can see that it's got, I don't know, just a little bit more than half gone. I just don't like the applicator. I think it's kind of gross. So I want to use this because I have plenty of other ones that I would rather use. But it is a good concealer. And then that would have been up to number 22, which is this watermelon, Glow Recipe watermelon, what is it? Ultra Fine Mist, facial mist. It smells like watermelon Jolly Ranchers. And there's nothing wrong with it. It's just clearly that I haven't used it. And I've had it for not a long time, but a while. And I just wanted it as another reminder to keep me on track, because now I have to come back and I don't know how often, if I'm going to do it monthly or what. So all of them are like, most of them are pretty much to stay, but there may be like, I'll see how it's going or how my skin is, or if when the seasons change, whatever it may be. So if I decide to change one item for another, I will of course always show you my progress that I have at that time and tell you why I'm changing it, all that kinds of stuff, what I'm changing it out for. That's all. I would like to know if you are doing any project panning, and if so, let me know down below. I would love to watch it. If you made it this far in the video, leave a summer-esque emoji with your comment. I hope you join me on the way, and I greatly, greatly appreciate it. And I will see you in my next video. Don't forget to subscribe before you go. Bye-bye.